In a distant town, people lived very peacefully and contentedly. In the town, there was a pretty and kind girl whom everyone called Cinderella. She now lived with her stepmother and 2 stepsisters in a large house. Every day she lived a life of hard work and toil. Her stepmother and stepsisters always pushed all the household chores onto Cinderella.
Cinderella! Hurry up and wash my clothes.
Okay.
Cinderella, come here and help me put on my jewellery.
Cinderella, come here and brush my hair.
Got it.
Poor Cinderella worked every day.
Another busy day.
During her busy work, Cinderella could only entertain herself by singing while she worked, which was also her happiest time each day. Every night, Cinderella could only rest in the attic, sleeping on a bed of straw. One day, a carriage from the castle carrying a royal minister headed towards the town. The royal minister posted an announcement in the town square, drawing a crowd of curious citizens. A little while later, the news reached the 2 stepsisters, who then discussed the content of the announcement with their mother.
Mother, His Royal Highness the Prince is inviting all lady of marriageable age to a ball, to find his bride among them. I will adorn myself with the most beautiful accessories for the ball.
I will wear my most beautiful attire to the event.
I believe my daughters will be the most beautiful girls at the ball.
We're going to the hairdresser for styling, the tailor for dresses, and the jeweller for the most exquisite accessories. We aim to be the most beautifully dressed at the ball.
Cinderella was doing chores in the kitchen when she overheard her stepmother and stepsisters talking.
I really want to go to the ball.
As the sun began to set, signaling the start of the prince's ball, a carriage arrived at Cinderella's doorstep, ready to take 2 stepsisters and stepmother to the ball.
Mother! I wish I could go to the ball with you all.
You? Going to the ball? Don't be ridiculous.
The stepsisters and stepmother departed for the castle in their carriage. Heartbroken that she couldn't go to the ball, Cinderella sat on a bench in the backyard and cried.
Why am I the only one who can't be happy? Why do you have to be so cruel to me?
Suddenly, a blue light appeared in front of Cinderella. It slowly gathered, as if something were about to happen. As the light faded, an elderly woman stepped forward, a staff clutched firmly in her hand.
Hello, lady.
Who are you?
I am your fairy godmother. Why are you crying?
Why must they treat me this way? I want to go to the ball too.
Don't cry, sweetheart. I will help you.
You mean I can go to the ball? But I don't have a carriage and a beautiful dress.
Don't worry. I can take care of all that.
With a wave of her hand and a twinkle in her eye, the fairy godmother began to cast her spell.
Bibbidi, bobbidi, boo!
The fairy godmother cast a spell on the pumpkin and the mice. Under the spell's influence, the mice transformed into horses and the pumpkins into magnificent carriages. Cinderella was shocked by the shimmering magic. The fairy godmother waved her wand again, transforming Cinderella's plain clothes into a magnificent dress.
What a beautiful dress. It's absolutely incredible.
Don't forget, the spell will be broken at midnight. The carriage will become a pumpkin again, and your dress will change back. You must be home before the clock strikes 12.
Don't worry, I will remember and be home on time.
Cinderella said goodbye to her fairy godmother and climbed into the carriage, heading towards the castle. The carriage soon reached the castle entrance, and Cinderella entered the grand hall.
Welcome, lady.
At the ball, the prince was mingling with the other female guests, each trying to impress him. When Cinderella entered the ballroom, all eyes were drawn to her beauty.
Who is that young lady?
The prince was attracted to Cinderella. He approached her and invited her to dance.
May I have the honor of this dance with you?
Your Highness, of course. It would be my honor.
The entire guests watched as Cinderella and the prince danced gracefully, whispers and murmurs filling the air.
It's like a dream.
Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters also watched them dance with envy.
Who is she? How could she be prettier than us?
After a while, the bell tolled, signaling the approaching midnight. The sound of the bell jolted Cinderella awake, reminding her of the fairy godmother's warning.
It's time. I have to go.
Cinderella hurriedly escaped the ballroom.
Hold on! Please don't go! Why are you leaving me? At least tell me how to find you.
Cinderella looked back at the prince, her face etched with reluctance.
I am sorry.
Cinderella rushed off, a glass slipper slipping from her foot. The prince ran after Cinderella, but she was already gone. He noticing the shimmering glass slipper on the ground and carefully picked it up.
I must find her. I cannot live without her.
Cinderella rushed into the carriage and departed. When they journeyed back, the magic wore off and her magnificent dress slowly vanished. Moreover, the grand carriage reverted to a pumpkin and the horses transformed back into mice. Next day morning, the castle was a hive of activity. It seemed like some big news was about to announce. The prince decreed a search for the lady who danced with him in the previous night, the owner of the glass slipper.
Take this glass slipper throughout the town. Every young lady shall try it on. The one whose foot it perfectly fits is the lady who danced with me last night. She shall be my bride.
The minister arrived in town and proceeded to each house, offering the glass slipper to every young lady. Soon after, the minister arrived at Cinderella's house.
By the prince's command, each young lady must try on the glass slipper. Whoever's foot fits the slipper, she is the prince's chosen bride.
I'm destined to be the prince's wife. Let me try first. Ah, it's too small.
I'm sorry, but your foot is too big for the slipper.
No, it's impossible.
Ha! The prince's wife is clearly me, not you. Now let me try it on. Ah, it's too small. I can't get it on.
I'm sorry, but your foot is too big for the slipper as well.
No way. Let me try again.
All of the stepsisters attempted to wear the glass slipper, but none were successful.
Is there anyone else in your family who could try on this glass slipper?
No.
The minister looked around and noticed a young lady sweeping the area.
Excuse me, miss, would you mind trying on this glass slipper?
No, she's just a maid. It's not worth it.
The prince has ordered that every young lady must try on the glass slipper.
Cinderella, following the minister's instructions, sat down on the chair.
Miss, please try on this glass slipper. It might be the perfect fit for you.
Cinderella took the glass slipper from the minister and carefully put it on.
It's a perfect fit. You're finally here.
It's impossible. There must be some mistake.
The minister led Cinderella towards the carriage, and they proceeded directly to the castle. The prince was so excited that the ministers found the girl he danced with. He was waiting at the castle gates for Cinderella.
It's you. I've finally found you.
It's great to see you again, Your Highness.
Cinderella and the prince walked hand in hand back to the castle. Soon after, joyous news spread throughout the castle. The prince and Cinderella were to be married. Cinderella became the prince's wife, and they lived happily ever after. Cinderella and her prince lived happily for many years, ruling their kingdom with grace and intelligence, bringing prosperity to their people.